Hello everybody, welcome back. So a bit more of an update I think just on this morning video. I'm doing my live stream for the Patreon members this evening, so I don't think I'll be making many videos throughout the day, but an opportunity has arisen. So I don't know if you remember me posting this maybe a few weeks ago, saying that I'm getting pretty interested again in BSV. So love it or hate it, I have no personal feelings for it, but when it comes to a chart, I like the way it looks at the moment. So this is a daily chart and it's a long-term chart progression. So what we have is it's a massive pump and dump coin, all right? So take it for what it is. It's a pump and it's a dump coin. So where do you want to get involved? Do you want to get involved at the bottom, ready for a pump, or what? So this is the deal. We're in an up-facing channel, right? So there is a element of doubt that this might not play out, because upwards-facing channels like this do inevitably at some point break to the down, but this one's been going on for a while now, since 2019, and basically ends up usually with a massive pump followed by a dump. Alright, so let's have a look at this. So boink all the way down to the bottom of this trend line, boink all the way back down to the bottom of the trend line, a little boink there, trend line, boink all the way up, smashing above, back down to the trend line, and a little wavering around, and then essentially what looks like a reaccumulation zone back down to the trend line, and then we had a big move there. So given the way that this seems to move, when we have big moves up and consolidations down basically to the trend line, what we're looking at now is not the actual bottom, but it could come down a little further, maybe $10 more or so, but risk to reward would suggest that if you are looking to buy something like this, then the reward would outweigh the risk quite dramatically. Because if it did, for instance, move back up even just to the top of the trend line from the price that we are at right now, that could be a fast 100% move. No, it's when we're looking at it here, I mean, how long do these moves take to play out from touching the trend line to basically having a big move? Well, the consolidations seem to take a while, but as soon as we get down to the trend line, basically, we could be waiting a month. Again, how long was this one? Trend line, about a month. So it looks like every time we test that trend line, we wait a month. Now, this technically is obviously an altcoin, but it's a big one. It's a top cap. It's not available on most exchanges. It's on Gate.io if you're interested in setting the account up. I've got a link below for you to do that. But I'm in it for, I suppose, the wild card move, right? So we're looking at the chart. It gives you an idea of how it performs and its structure. It is obviously a bit crazy for it to do these big pumps and dumps, big pumps and dumps, big pumps and dumps. But if you're looking to get involved in a pump, then I suppose this could be an opportunity. But again, it's not unhealthy, because if we have a look, we do have an upwards trend level of support currently. Hopefully it doesn't break down from there. It could though, because channels often break to the down. But we are still pretty much alt season heavy, aren't we, at the moment? This is the altcoin dominance, Bitcoin dominance, which is still, I suppose, wavering around within this area, looking relatively weak until we at least come down to test this trend line. So I have no reason to particularly doubt that this will continue with this strange pump and dump method. And if there was a place to get involved for the pump and dump, it would be around this trend line. So pretty much where we are at right now, perhaps maybe $10-15 lower. But when you're looking at risk to reward, which is how I look at everything, I look at everything on risk to reward. We could break down from here, we could, but if we're going on what we're seeing, what we can physically see on this chart, then we can't assume that it will break down from here. But even though we know that it could, I'm going to assume that we will do what we've always done, which is test the trend line and launch from there to the top of the trend line, which would give us roughly about 100% back, roughly 100% back. Now you've got to obviously catch this one quick, so you might want to put sell orders in, around 350 or something like that. No, maybe that's a bit too much. If you want to front run, maybe 320, 330. To catch it, if it were to happen at all. Now obviously the last big pump that we had really did overextend, From the trend line, it went all the way up here. It basically did a 400% move, and then the inevitable back down, back down to the trend line. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's one to particularly hold for a long time, but it is one that looks like it has a method to it, and an entry point is if not, if it's not here, it could be potentially round the corner. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there, but thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy, and join my Patreon live stream tonight. 2 free live streams a week for Patreon members only. Take it easy.